The diagram shows a circle of radius 7 centimetres inside a square. Now the radius is the distance from the centre of the circle to the outside, so let's just label our diagram here. And if that's 7 centimetres, then the diameter from one circle all the way across to the other must be twice that, so it must be 14 centimetres. So I know that my square is 14 centimetres wide by 14 centimetres high. We're looking for the area of the shaded section. So we're looking at the area of the square, take away the area of the circle. Now the area of the square is base times height, which is 14 times 14. So I'll put that in my calculator. 14 squared, 14 times itself, is 196. So that's the area centimetres squared. That's the area of the entire square. Now we need to take away the area of the circle. Now to find the area of the circle, we need to use the formula pi r squared. And this means pi times r times r. And we know that the radius is 7, so we've got pi times 7 times 7, times 7 times 7, which equals 49 pi. I could put 49 pi in my calculator and get a decimal out, but then you'd have to round it, so it's generally best at this stage to keep your answer in pi. So we're looking for the shaded area, so we're looking for the 196 centimetres squared, that is the area of the square, and we're going to take away 49 pi centimetres squared. So let's put that into our calculator. 196 take away 49 times pi. Now pi is hidden on the calculator here as yellow, so to access that I need to hit shift times pi. Oh, I've got the wrong button there, so be careful. So shift pi, and you can see it looks like a pi symbol there. So let's just double check what we've got here. 196 take away 49 pi, hit equals, and I get an answer with a long decimal. So it doesn't ask me to round it to anything, so let's just round it to something sensible, which would probably be 1 decimal place, since the answer they gave us had no decimal places. So we've got 42 point, if that's a 6, I round up, so it's 42.1 centimetres squared. The nth term of a sequence is 3n squared. Work out the value of the 15th term. 3n squared means 3 times n times n. So the 15th term is where n equals 15. So we're looking for 3 times 15 times 15. So 3 times 15 times 15 equals 675. You could have just done 3 times 15 squared and put it into your calculator like that, and it would look the same as that, and the calculator would know to do bid mass, and be careful it does it in the right order. So what is the position of the term in the sequence that is the first one with a value greater than 1,000? So what we're saying here is 3 times n, which is our sequence, has to be bigger than 1,000. So let's have a look at what the value of n would be if it was 1,000. And the way to do this, we've got to rearrange this equation here. So 3 times n squared equals 1,000. So n squared is going to be 1,000 divided by 3. And then n is going to equal the square root of this. Now you need to be careful. We could get a plus and minus answer. I'm not going to go into why that is at the moment, but we're going to say in our calculator now the square root, which is this button here, square root button, of 1, let's do it as a fraction, of 1,000 over 3. 1,000 divided by 3 equals. It gives me this funny looking answer here. Let's hit SD. So this is 18.257. Okay, so n equals 18.25. But that's not a whole number. The terms of a sequence are going to be integers. That means whole numbers. 1, 2, 3, first term, second term, third term. And you can't have an 18.25th term. So the next term along would be the 19th. So let's just test that that works. Does the 19th term give us a number bigger than 1,000? So let's substitute in the value of 19 for n, and we'll say 3 times 19 squared, and I should get a number bigger than 1,000 if we've done this right. 1,083. Good. X to y to z is the ratio 2 to 3 to 5. Circle the value of x as a fraction of x plus y plus z. Well, x equals 2, y equals 3, z equals 5. So x plus y plus z equals 2 plus 3 plus 5, which equals 10. So circle the value of x as a fraction of this. Well, x is 2, so we've got 2 over 10. Now, I don't see 2 out of 10 up here, but I could simplify this fraction, and I could do it in my head, hopefully, but you could put this in your calculator if you're stuck and hit equals, and it'll give you 1/5. So there's your answer, 1/5.